I stand here both as a friend of Ming's but also as the current representative of his seat. I know how much he felt the privilege of being elected to this House for 28 years as the representative for North East Fife, and I also know the very high regard in which he was held in the constituency. All I've had, both myself and the MSP for the constituency, Willie Rennie, who was previously a member of this place, is very kind thoughts from constituents and stories about Ming as well, which we have taken to our hearts. He was first stood for Parliament in Greenock in 1974. Greenock's my hometown. I was quite reassured when I was first engaging with Ming that we at least had something in common. And I think it was right what the Prime Minister said, that he had the opportunity to switch to other parties, but he chose not to. And although he first stood in 1974, it took until 1987 that he was elected in North East Fife, and shows the spirit and determination that he had as an individual, but also in the work that he did to build the constituency and build the local party there. And I've had lots of thoughts from the local party too, and one of them I thought would be worth sharing with the House, which was shortly after his election, which was a close contest against the sitting Conservative MP, they decided to take a celebratory boat trip out to the Isle of May to see the puffins. Unfortunately, the boat broke down on the way. Ming and Elspeth kept everybody calm, and it was interesting that even people who didn't vote for him came out and rescued the boat, and that was the respect in which he was held. Now, in his tributes to Ming, Willie Rennie, my constituency colleague, said that Ming had had 3 careers, in politics, in law and obviously in sport. He was a parliamentarian, he was a KC, he was an Olympian, he was a companion of honour. If any of us can aspire to the great heights that Ming reached, it is worth aspiring to. And the Prime Minister also mentioned his chancellorship of the University of St Andrews, which he held for 19 years. And I know that the university are very sad at his loss and passing. And indeed, the Right Honourable Member for Kingston and Surbiton and I visited the university last week to meet with them and to discuss Ming. I'll finish with just some personal memories. He was a great support to me, but I do remember when I was running for this election in 2018, there was a constituency lunch in North East Fife, and one of the members who was supportive of my candidacy made sure that I was sat at the same table as Elspeth, because I was assured if I could get Elspeth on site, Ming would surely follow. But since I was elected, we would meet every so often, every month in the Pugin room. We would have a cup of tea, we'd have a scone, and he'd tell me all the things that I needed to be doing. And although the Secretary of State for Defence is not here, he would always ask me, right up until the last time I saw him, about lookers and about what the Strategic Defence Review meant and how important defence was for him and the constituency. There's no doubt that the loss of Elspeth was devastating, and he was never quite the same since. I think everybody would accept that when you saw him here. But really, up until those last weeks, he, although very frail, was absolutely still there, and we had many great conversations. I saw him just the week before he died, and it did feel like a goodbye conversation. I know that he will be much missed across this House, and I'm very grateful to all the tributes that have been paid to him. Thank you.